Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mega64 podcast. Hey, this week's episode is sponsored by the Yeti.com. Head over to the Yeti.com/Mega64 where you can get a sweet 10% off discount on all the Yeti merchandise, including this, the Amaro Video 20XX line of clothing. In fact, this long sleeve is available for pre-order. That's right. This isn't even out yet. I'm wearing
you got a pre-order?
You got exclusive, bro?
Exclusive merchandise. It's so sexy.
Meow.
I look like a VHS tape. I look like Videodrome. Anyways, the Yeti.com/Mega64. Check out the Amaro 20XX line. Buy yourself a shirt and save some money.
I always have wanted to look like Videodrome.
Me too.
Yeah.
Long live the new flesh.
Yeah, long live the new flesh has been my motto for a long time, as anyone knows who knows me. But I wanted to get serious for a second.
Okay.
I hate to do this. Obviously, I hate to ruin a good podcast. I wasn't able to get the Green Ranger Razor scooter at Comic-Con.
I didn't even hear about this. What?
Yeah, it was that rare.
They had a Green Ranger Razor
Yeah,
scooter?
it was
Full
that
size.
rare. I don't know what to tell you,
What
Sean.
booth was selling
You
this?
should have Hasbro.
Hasbro?
You should have had
Obviously.
one, but we couldn't. I know.
Okay. I have a problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that for? When I see these really expensive...
It was for Rocco, clearly.
No, it wasn't.
Clearly.
Whenever
You know
I
what
see
happened to
these
him.
really expensive
The one guy who
figures
said
of
he
Power
didn't get
Rangers,
it.
I think, okay, yeah, because the fan base grew up and they want that.
Yeah.
What kid knows what the Green Ranger is at this point and wants
Oh,
the scooter?
come on. Okay. Whoa.
Sorry.
Back it up,
Kids
Sean.
know who that is.
Wait, your kids
that
don't
show
know
it's
who
on
the Green
Netflix.
Ranger
It gets a
is?
ton.
No
It gets
way.
viewed a ton on
No,
Netflix.
they don't know.
Yeah, come
Your
on.
kids don't know Green Ranger?
They know
No.
Angel
And
Grove.
the Green
No.
Ranger shows up in the new show. Like it's not.
That
that's
actually
not.
concerns me.
Cut Sean out of the. Sean, cut yourself out on Tuesday when you edit this.
I think your kids are in
No,
danger
Yeah.
Yeah.
of getting their ass kicked.
If your
Yeah.
kids don't know who Dragon Caesar is, they
Yeah.
don't know him by his Christian name,
Dragon Caesar?
Going to
Do
hell.
your kids even know Barai?
Your kids are going to go to high school. They're going to be like, welcome to high school, you little bitches.
Yeah.
Well, who here knows who Tommy is? And they'll be like, well,
Yeah.
Tommy
Tommy
Tallarico?
Tallarico? Tush, right,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
right in the catoodler.
They're gonna
That's
show-
what I call the jaw.
Wrong answer, nerd.
They're gonna show up. They're gonna not know the first fucking thing about Jew Ranger. So educate your
Yeah.
kids. Thank you.
Or raise losers.
Yeah, the choice is yours.
Two choices, baby.
Close up on him.
Theme song.
I'm a lonely horseman, got my pistol. I'm just trying to be somebody besides a lonely horseman. Got my gun at my side, I'm just trying to be a lonely horseman, lonely horseman.
I think it might be time to update that theme song. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
In
a
what
while.
way? Visually or like the song?
Do you want more of like
Well,
a
the song
upbeat
is
number?
eternal.
Yeah.
The song's fine. I just think visuals,
Okay.
it's time for a new one.
Let's do
I
it.
think. What do you think, fans at home? Do we need a new intro, or are you still feeling this one? We've had it for a while.
People hate change, though. I will say that. So,
Yeah.
they're not going to probably
Don't know
go
what you
for it.
got till it's gone.
I get a lot of feedback. It's funny because recently we had to stop changing our theme song.
Yeah.
The actual song itself, because we like to change it, week to week. That's what you always did. Sean would
Yes.
find like an appropriate song for that week and put that in. And that was kind of a running gag, whatever. But we had to stop because YouTube's copyright system went like Skynet, and
I hate it.
and like we were putting just
became
little
aware.
snippets of a song in one little place, and it would set the whole thing off. So we had to stop. But Lonely Horseman has been our regular theme song
Since the beginning.
since the
episode
beginning.
1.
Like all our original episodes have that, and every Sunday night that's what we would play. But
in
it's weird.
2019, the YouTube algorithm became aware there was no way to put in cool music anymore. I mourned for my children having to live in this world owned by machines.
It's the most advanced AI I've ever
Don't do that.
dealt
They'll
with.
get you, Rocco. Don't do
Oh
that.
shit!
They-
Sorry,
YouTube
sorry,
might have picked
Universal.
up on
Fuck, that was too close.
It was
but-
under 30 seconds though, isn't that the rule?
You know what? The machine doesn't care.
Yeah, machine doesn't care.
fuck.
Hey, I don't know. Did you have more to say about
Yeah,
that? I was going to say something about Terminator.
No, I had a lot more to say about this. But I was just gonna say, I was surprised how many people didn't know that Lonely Horseman was ever a thing. Because I get all this feedback now. Because I think a lot of people, they don't watch it on Twitch, and they didn't watch us, over a decade ago. And I get all this feedback that are like, "What is this song you keep using?" And I was like, "That's our original theme song. That's not going anywhere."
That's episode 1 through 100.
Yeah. So, Lonely Horseman, love it like you should. Learn to love it.
Learn to love it.
Take that song and love it. Anyway,
What do you
that's
want
all
to say about
that's all.
Terminator, Derek?
Anyway, the new Terminator is coming out. Terminator: Dark Fate. We were at Comic-Con this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
San Diego Comic-Con.
Yep.
Welcome to the post Comic-Con wrap show. We're going to be summing up the whole
It's a
convention.
wrap-up. Chris
One of the-
Hardwick's coming on.
One of the conversations we had at Comic-Con was about the new Terminator. Some people think it's going to be good. I think one person said that. Of the 150,000 people we personally talked to, one guy said he was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And that guy was James Cameron because he's producing and he
Yeah,
wants
he
to
came by-
return
he-
on his
He came by the booth and
Yeah.
he's like, "I think it's going to be tight, guys. I don't know. I'm busy."
But it was actually a conversation of Terminator and the new Star Trek.
yeah.
Why are we making movies with old fat robots? What is the logic there?
Wait, Arnold's not fat.
I was like, wait, Star
but
Trek?
in
Oh,
the
yeah.
new Star Trek, Data shows up,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, Data's here, and I was thinking like, yeah, Data's an android. I'm glad they programmed him to get fat.
Data's
and
been
old.
fat since Independence Day.
I'm going to
What?
suspend with Data in particular.
Okay.
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 I'm not going to defend it because I haven't seen it yet,
Yeah.
obviously. But Data's gone through some shit in the show, and he should be dead. So I don't know what they did to get him back, or I don't know anything.
They
Did put him
programmed him
together.
to be chubby.
So
That was
maybe-
the only way they could
I don't know what
sustain
the
him.
fuck happened to this thing.
Only human fat
So
could save him.
We will.
You know
we will
what?
see what they do.
I what you're doing right now,
Yeah.
I hate.
Oh
it's
no!
called
Because
retconning,
it's all the mental gymnastics people have to do to fight their natural question of like, why is this robot fat and old? Well, maybe because they had to send him to the fat dimension to reignite his anti-death circuitry.
I'm not saying this. I'm just saying if they don't address it, I may have a problem with it. But as of right now, it's like, well, I just saw him for a second. I don't even know if that's really him.
So Data's fat, the Terminator's old. Why in the infinite wisdom of these why would Skynet program Terminators to get old? Skynet runs the world. It's a war between mankind and machines. Why do the machines get old? What is the logic behind that?
Well, so then they talked about that in, I thought it was Terminator Genesis, because I remember most of the dialogue from that movie.
Didn't see Terminator Genesis.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry
missed
if I
out.
missed the
I'm sorry.
explanation.
I'm sorry, Derek. You should have.
Yeah, I'll go. Actually, I'll leave and watch it right now.
But
Terminatrix.
Well, later. Okay.
I thought they talked about, living, they made the Terminators with living tissue. So, it makes sense it would deteriorate over time, just like regular human tissue. Didn't they say something like that in the new Terminators?
You're the only one who saw it, I think, here.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who bought Salvation on Blu-ray.
Ooh,
why?
I don't know.
Here's
I
the
liked
thing.
it at the time.
If the tissue deteriorates over time, zombie Terminators. That would be cool.
Hanging
The
flesh.
endo metal skeleton stays, sleek and operational, but the human tissue starts to die and rot away. And you get these
Yeah.
scary Terminators. Why are they getting fat and old?
Yeah.
That's not deteriorating. That's just getting fat and old.
I will say Salvation has some flesh-hanging, old, decrepit Terminators in it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
again,
a little bit of everything for
7
everyone.
of 9 look great.
I was going to say, now 7 and 9, they made that machine correctly.
She's not aging.
All right.
Nice.
So
was she a machine? Or she was bored?
She's half bored.
We were at Comic-Con. They debuted the trailer for Picard at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we all see it? I don't know. Garrett,
Yes.
did you saw it?
Yes.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going to give our hot takes
Okay.
on what
Yeah.
we think of Picard. Sean is the biggest Star Trek fan.
Yeah, you're the most excited.
And you know, I would say that is true.
Yep.
But exclusively Next Generation.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest fan
Yes, you
of
are.
Star Trek, but Next Generation is like where my home base.
Is that your number one show? What's your? Is that
No.
you
Of
wouldn't
all
say that's
time?
your number one? Because
Of
I
all
feel like
time?
it. I feel like it would
Lost?
maybe like the Wonder Year, maybe
be.
Lost.
Sure, I can see that, but I don't know.
I love
To
Star
me,
Trek: The Next Generation.
it always seemed that way
But
to
Star
me.
Trek Next Generation is definitely in the top 5 for
Yeah.
me. Like I just love it.
I'll start.
Yeah, you start.
I'm not super psyched for Picard because I do love Star Trek: The Next Generation. And to me, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm crazy. The charm of Star Trek: The Next Generation is it's an intellectual show.
Yes.
They solve their problems. Sometimes they go into combat and they fight, and sometimes, there's explosions and battles, but a lot of times it's a thinking man's solution. One of the best clips of all time is Picard goes to battle and quotes poetry to defeat his enemy. And this trailer had like kung fu and people like flipping and getting fucking
2019,
blown
baby.
up and
Maybe-
all this
yeah,
fucking
maybe-
wild action shit.
Maybe gunning for the reboot crowd.
Yeah.
And
Maybe who knows?
I don't, Star Trek is like ASMR almost. It's very relaxing.
Sure,
Yes.
I totally
I like
hear you
I like
on
the
that. Yeah.
of the ship just humming in the background. I don't need, like guns and flips and space karate.
Sure.
That's not my Star. I keep saying Star Wars. That's not my Star Trek bag. I like, I was hoping when they brought back Picard, we would get, an intellectual Star Trek.
Right.
But you also don't know, like, that could be, it is by the nature of what it is. It's a trailer, it's a sizzle reel, so maybe that's not representative of what the final thing will be. But just off the trailer, I could totally see.
It's funny because it's like they are they referencing Nemesis in it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Nemesis was the worst Star Trek creation of all time.
But it's still part of the canon, though.
That was the last time there was a Next Generation thing, though.
yeah,
right? That was the
because
last
it
one.
was so bad.
Yeah.
And it was this action-packed adventure, and that was what killed Star Trek.
Yeah.
I mean, so to like leap off of that, it's like off to a bad start.
I think it's just purely because, again, I don't think the series has moved forward in time since that.
No.
So I think there is no way they couldn't address it.
Everything they've done in the Star Trek universe has been, before that.
Yeah, for the
That's
last decade, right?
That's my take on the trailer.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I want to hear what you guys think.
Yeah.
Yeah, was Nemesis what killed Data?
Yeah.
That's where he died.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's where he
okay.
died.
That was the last movie.
He self-death.
I honestly don't even remember what
To
happened.
save
in Nemesis.
everybody.
To tell you the truth, I don't even remember
Yeah,
what
because
happened.
there's a bunch of like explosions and action
I
bullshit.
can't even. I don't even know if I saw it. I
saw
remember vividly not going to the theater to see it with my family, and they all went without me. I couldn't go because I had homework or some shit.
Oh, that
and
sucks.
Luke walked in the door and said, "Hey, Data dies." He started that. I'm like,
What
shut
a
up.
dick.
And then I was like, Dad, does Data die? So Luke just said, walk in the door. And he said, Luke, are you serious? Why'd you do that? And I think I was so fucking
What a
pissed. I never
dick.
saw it. But I mean, I heard it was bad anyways. So it's
I
fine.
think it's Tom Hardy plays Nemesis.
I think you might.
Wait, I thought Nemesis is the name of a ship. That's a guy?
No, I don't know. I don't remember.
Well,
It was
the
wrong
villain, in that
Oh, okay.
show. In that,
Oh,
in
you
that
know what?
movie.
I think you're right.
The
Jared.
bald alien dude.
I think it was Tom Hardy. Anyways, so the trailer itself, I'm so excited. But here's the thing: is I don't necessarily think it's going to be amazing. Like I'm not expecting this like crazy. I'm not anything on the level of Next Generation. I'm not expecting that. But I'm just so happy to see him be Jean-Luc Picard again that I don't care, honestly. Like I'm just so stoked. And it's like even seeing the trailer and then 7 of 9 showed up and an older Data, don't care if he's old. So excited. Like I don't know. Just
Okay.
I felt like I was
I'm digging
going
your
home.
positivity. I'm digging your
Yeah.
positivity.
I liked Data in the drawer.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and then I knew like, okay, there's gonna be like a sting at the end. What is it? Reassembled Data.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
and that made I know nothing about Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
It's great.
Other than like character names and little
Yeah.
snippets of stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
Never been interested. So I'm excited for you just because I saw how you lit up.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, here's some cool continuity. Like no one's seen these characters for a while, but
Right.
I'm not gonna go see that movie or that show.
No,
I guess.
yeah, and that's the thing. It's also, dude, they fucking CBS All Access. I swore I would never get it, and they got me. So good on them. I mean, there is another Star Trek show out right now on All Access, and that makes me a little nervous because I haven't seen it, but I know they say like fucking it, and they're like it's trying to be edgy.
Yeah.
And I really hope they don't go that route with this. I want them just to make a classy show.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Rock?
Well, I was just gonna give my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, as someone who never really watched Star Trek, when I would have sick days during school, I'd see Next Generation episodes, and I always thought it was. I was like, hey, that's a pretty good show. But in my mind, that was just a sick day show. Like it was like I'd only watch it when I was off, and I'd be like, oh, this is gonna be on for like 3 hours. Sure. That's as much as I'd seen, but I know stuff just from being around, various parts of nerd culture, zeitgeist stuff. For me personally, it made me, I had goosebumps seeing him back in the role. I could definitely see what Derek's talking about with some of that stuff, and I hope that's not the case. I hope it's just, again, them trying to do a really, dynamic Comic-Con trailer versus the shows like that. But I loved seeing him back in that role. Data at the end was cool, and it made me finally go, okay, I'm going to watch all of Next Generation. I'm going to sit down.
Which
by the time that airs, I will watch the whole thing. Now, whether the show is crap or not, who knows? But at least I will be part of the experience of it coming out.
I was wondering what the next show you were going to binge watch to catch up before the new thing happened.
I think this is a good
Star Trek Next Generation.
Next Generation.
I watch Next Generation on a weekly basis. Sometimes on a daily basis. I'll go. Yeah. Usually I'll make breakfast for myself and sit down and watch. Not a full episode, but a good 30, 40 minutes of it. And then I'll continue it the next day. I'm still currently watching it. It's a show that never gets old to me. Yeah. But Picard is pretty old in Next Generation.
Yes, he is.
And he is beyond fucking old in the trailer of this show. It almost hurts me to see him be so old because, he doesn't have this. He has old man voice now.
Oh, he definitely has that.
It's like,
old man skin.
Engage. Like you feel like he's gonna keel over and die any minute.
Yeah.
But I got Firefly vibes from it too, and I don't know if it was just like the color scheme of being like that gritty brown, because everything in Firefly is kind of brown.
Western.
Brown codes. Yeah, it's like a Western. Yeah, and maybe being on this like dusty, like orange planet kind of lended itself to that. And it seems like he's like part of a ragtag team now, like
like an anti-crew.
But seeing the Picard Day sign, it's like, oh, dude, this is cool. Like I don't know, like he never liked it in the original show. He still doesn't like it, and like I don't know, like I am so excited.
I will give them credit for going the total. They are not doing Next Generation Part 2.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the opposite. Next Generation is clean. Like I said, it's intellectual. It's very quiet. It's very ASMR. This one is like gritty, dirty. Like we're gonna fight. We're gonna blow shit up. This old guy's running the ship. Engage. So we're gonna get something different at the very least.
So unless there's anything else to say about that was that trailer. A bunch of trailers came out during Comic-Con. They debuted that shit. They debuted kind of on the same level of just franchise kind of blowout. Kevin Smith debuted his Jay and Silent Bob reboot trailer.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Did you?
I saw that.
What did you think about that?
Everybody's fucking old.
I'm not.
It's the theme of 2019.
But they can get old. See, I'm not bothered by that at all.
I think like Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
The older they get, the less cute it is. You know what I mean?
Well, they were like
Jason
drug dealers,
Mewes, like dick tucking, fucking doing Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs. Would that come out like 30 years ago? Like,
oh, he does that in the trailer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that is back.
Yeah,
they
does
did it in
it.
Chasing,
Yeah.
or no, they did it in
Clerks 2.
Clerks 2 as well. They keep bringing that.
Silent Bob is skinny now. It's
I lost weight.
I don't know. I guess I don't know what to think of it. It feels like a 90s movie, but it's in 2000. It's in 2019.
Yeah, I think all of that is kind of inherent to the story of it a little bit. That after all these years, a studio is trying to reboot their shit.
Yeah,
and these guys are like, "What the fuck? We're still around." You know what I mean? Like, why are they doing a reboot with like it's like the girl who plays Supergirl is playing like it's a female reboot of one of them or whatever. They're like, "What the fuck? Like, we're still here. What do we do?" And so I think that's kind of a little bit inherent to the thing. So. I don't hold that against it. I think for me, it's my just briefly, my whole perspective on it is it's probably not going to be good, but they got everyone, so I'll check it out. You know what I mean? Like even Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
Ben
Matt
Affleck,
Damon,
they
Ben
like
Affleck
made
are in it.
up and like he's in it.
How many favors does Ben owe Kevin? Jesus Christ.
Everything.
You know, so for that, it's like, okay, I'll check it out.
I have no problem with people getting old necessarily. I actually love a good movie about an old guy.
Yeah.
I do. For me, the thing
That was why you like Skyfall, right? Like, because
I
that
love
was about
Skyfall.
that,
Yes,
right?
perfect example.
Yeah.
The James Bond movie where maybe James Bond is too old to be doing this shit, and like
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't have the physicality to keep on doing
Yeah.
this superhuman stuff.
Yeah, I remember you
that was
told
like
me
my
about that.
favorite James Bond movie. I'm trying to wonder, is that my favorite? I love Skyfall. It's up
Yeah.
there. I really enjoyed it. But what I liked about Skyfall that I feel like these movies, what I don't like about these movies, I should say, is I don't like the feeling of being stuck in the past, you know, like the glory days way back then. And
Sure.
we're still talking about like stuff that happened 20 years ago. It's like, yeah, time moves on. Like,
Sure.
come on, let's not just be stuck in the past. I that's like real. It's kind of like sad to me to see people get older, but they can't let go of the things that happened to them years ago, you know, like, you know, progress, move on. So
Yeah, but I do wonder if this Kevin Smith thing is kind of about that. Maybe that will work. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But
we'll see.
They got everyone, so that's what made me kind of like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. But what's another? There was another There was another trailer that happened in this weekend. Those are the two. Why were those the two off the top?
Did
of my
they
head? I
announce
can't
Matrix 4? Was that real?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I
thinking of
wore
Cats.
Sean for my birthday. Sean got me the an official, no knockoff crap, replica of Morpheus's trench coat. So I wore it to Comic-Con and filmed slow-mo videos, and then I would post it as Matrix 4 leak.
Yeah,
I did get a lot of people asking me about it.
I saw like somebody else post about Matrix 4
Oh,
other
yeah.
than you, and
Damn.
that's
Yeah,
when
that's
I thought,
been
like,
going around.
Wait, did they really announce
Yeah.
Matrix 4?
no, not officially. No.
Cats. Hello.
true.
Oh, Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cats
that's what
trailer.
it was. Cats.
Cats
Dude.
came out. The trailer came out.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm fucking in.
Hey,
I'm down for Cats.
Hey, it comes out December 20th. One, my birthday. Okay,
birthday.
obviously that's the most important thing happening
Nice.
that day.
Yeah.
Okay. What's two? Star Wars Episode 9 the same day.
Oh.
I feel so bad for J.J. Abrams and Disney.
Yeah, they're fucked.
I'm gonna try to savor Star Wars as much as I can this year because it's after this Christmas, it's fucking dead. So
Andrew
my
Lloyd
heart
Webber.
goes out to Kathleen Kennedy if you're watching this. It was fun while it lasted, but I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That really makes me feel bad for them. They're gonna work so hard. all
You're
that
going to spend
planning.
your money on Dame Judi Dench, right?
When-
yes.
when
Yeah. Digital
the-
Dench.
When Cats
Dental.
beat Star Wars in the box office,
Yeah.
all the reviews will go, this kitty has claws.
Ooh.
That's what
Yeah.
it will say.
Oh, and if the movie
right.
sucks, kitty litter.
Kitty litter.
Yeah.
And if it's just okay,
It's not going to suck.
if it's just okay, kitty's okay.
If it really
kitty
sucks,
got-
not even 9 lives
for
could
cats?
save this shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cats look so fucking weird that it looks amazing.
Hey,
The female cats have like breasts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
But
it's full on anthropomorphic.
Full on,
You know,
Yeah.
cat people.
it's full on like furry deviant art
I
gone
watched it.
awry.
Yeah.
I was
right up my
walking.
alley.
I watched it probably the worst possible setting. I was walking back to my car from Comic-Con. It was like the reflection on my screen. I was like what the fuck? So I can't even tell you what was so wrong about it. Everyone was saying like it looks terrible. I'm like, well, I saw glare on my phone, but. Is the face there, but the body animated? What is the issue that people are having?
No, they're like their faces are like digitally added to these bodies.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
Zoobly Zoo shit.
Even that though,
That
they
was-
were-
yeah,
wasn't
makeup.
digital.
Yeah.
But I kind of agree with what Derek said. It went so off the wall. combined with real talk. Hey, real shit.
Uh-oh.
One of the best soundtracks of all time.
With cats?
Yeah, fucking Andrew Lloyd Webber is an unstoppable machine.
Sure.
So
Those songs, I don't
that's
even
no
know.
joke.
I don't know cat
Then
songs.
you got
have,
the
like,
weird shit.
You've
I'm
got
in.
every fucking actor on earth in this movie.
That's true.
Hey, I'm
Ian
in.
McKellen's in it. Judi
yeah.
Dench is in it.
I'm in.
Idris Elba's in it. Taylor Swift. The fucking list goes on and on and
Ian
on.
McKellen.
My birthday this year, I'm going to celebrate my 21st by going to both Star Wars and Cats in the same day.
No.
That's my
Double
birthday
feature.
this year. Yeah. I'm going to go early in the morning for Star Wars and then end my night with
You'll probably
Cats.
like Cats better.
Yeah, it probably will because they know how to use computers.
All these internet nerds are coming out complaining about Cats. The CGI, Uncanny Valley, it doesn't look real. Where the fuck were you when Thanos was a giant fucking purple man?
Yeah, exactly. Where's that?
You accept
Huh?
all this fucking
All you
other
Marvel
CGI
heads.
bullshit, but the fucking sexy cats are too much for you to handle?
Yeah, hey,
fuck off.
close up on me. Why can't a cat be sexy?
Yeah, exactly.
Meg,
You got a problem, Meg?
Meg, chime in.
These cats fuck.
You're staying silent.
Silence
and
speaks
I want to
volumes.
fuck them. Yeah,
Oh
I said
my
it.
God!
She didn't have anything to
Nothing
say about
say.
that. Wow.
Meg, what do you have to say for yourself?
You want to say something?
Hey,
Cats
if
are already sexy.
Cats are already
Thank
sexy.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Why can't they use computers to crank it up?
you nerds,
Thank you.
If Thanos was a cat, you'd be fucking licking that tail up. You'd be drinking the milk.
Yep.
Yeah.
You would say, this is the greatest anthropomorphic cat I've ever seen.
Yep.
But because there's no fucking Wolverine in this movie,
Big ol'
because
purple
Captain
cat.
America isn't in it, suddenly
Yeah.
the CGI is a problem.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. If you, I'm going to say right now, if you don't think a cat can be sexy, hit the X button
That's an animal abuse.
and give me your account name so I can report it to Windows Terms of Service.
To PETA.
if you're
And
overlooking
PETA.
the entire species,
Did you guys see that one Twitch streamer who
yeah.
got in trouble this week?
No.
Well, she got like a lot of people reported her to PETA. Like she's streaming,
I
and then
heard
the
about
cat,
this.
the cat walks on her keyboard, and she just went boom.
throws it over.
I mean, it is like full.
It's
overhead.
fucked up.
And then people were like,
Whoa.
whoa. And then they found like past streams where it's like, yeah, here's her spitting vodka at the cat's face.
Her apology was like,
Like-
guys, that was a year ago.
Yeah.
I spit vodka in my cat's face a year ago, guys. No big deal. Don't call it ASPCA.
Yeah. What happened? I don't remember her name, but
It's not
She's
worth
an
mentioning
animal.
her
She's an
fucking
animal.
name.
What
user.
does that have to? Okay.
What?
I mean, I love that it was a year ago, so that's her excuse.
Right.
Yeah.
Before, animal cruelty was fine a year ago, but now, not
She's
so
young,
much.
dude. When you're young, a year is like a lifetime.
I
Like,
guess so.
Took a lifetime
Well,
to
she's
realize.
learning a
Old
life
enough to
lesson.
drink
You're
vodka.
old. A year is like a day to you.
It took her, I mean, honestly, a year is practically a lifetime, and it took that long to realize that she should throw a cat over her head.
and spit vodka in its face.
No, that was a year ago.
Oh, sorry.
Throwing
Stop
a cat was 2
comparing
days
these
ago, so
two.
you can criticize that, but
Yeah.
that's it. But anyway, yeah, they should put her, it's not too late. We got months until Cats comes out. Put her in the movie.
She's a villain.
It's all digital. Put her face on, and then one of the cats throws her.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean I can't have a saucer of milk? Bing.
Perfect.
And I am sexy for the record, streamer.
Nice.
PewDiePie. Well, it wasn't PewDiePie that did it, but who cares?
Okay. Sure.
Anyway,
Welcome.
those were all the streamers. All the streamers.
Yeah, that's your
So-
stream
Those are all the
news.
trailers during
Those were
Comic
all
Con.
the trailers.
I mean, they announced 27 Marvel movies.
Yeah,
and
that
Yes.
was
Phase
pretty good.
4.
Phase 4.
A lot of them were shows, though, on that Disney streaming service. A lot of them were not movies.
When does that service start? When is that?
November.
November? Oh, dude.
November.
You got the movies now.
Is this
Start
the
it
first
now.
time that shows have been included in a phase? Like phase 3 was all movies. Phase 2, all movies.
Kind of, yeah, I think so.
What was
Yeah.
phase 1?
I heard one was a horror
movies.
movie.
All comic books.
Yeah,
Ideas.
one of the ones that I forgot to say in the last segment. I'm really sorry. I support cats in business too, which is why I got this Napster shirt.
I'm glad that you.
That's good.
Okay. Anyway, Marvel. Back to Marvel. Don't Kevin. Don't film that anymore.
Why'd you film that?
Stop.
I thought that was a devil.
So with the Marvel shows, yeah. Oh no, the Marvel
Horror
stuff
movie.
they announced.
Yeah.
I loved Doctor Strange. I really enjoyed that. It was so different from the other ones that I really liked it, and I was hoping like, I hope they do more with him. And yeah, they announced, hey, this is our first scary Marvel movie, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Enter the Strangeoverse.
And it's they said we're keeping kind of the humorous aspects of the first movie which I liked, and but we're just adding horror to that. And I thought, okay, that kind of sounds cool. So I was cool that they're doing more with that. I give them credit with all these announcements. I do give them credit. I don't think all of them sounded that, it's not like all of them sounded amazing to me. Some did, but I give them credit that it wasn't. I really fully expected, all right, Black Panther 2, Spider-Man 3, and they weren't. They actually got some shit in there.
How do you scare Doctor Strange?
I think
they go, Doctor, look at this.
What?
Whoa, you almost got me.
What out there is Doctor Strange afraid of? That's what I'm looking forward to find out in this
stuff that's real strange.
Probably women. He's been single his whole life.
Yeah.
I'm looking into the backstory here. The good doctor was operating on a woman when he failed and killed her.
Spoiled the movie.
Then he went through his entire adult life in isolation training with monks on a remote area.
It's real? This is what happens in the movie?
Couldn't stand up to his mentor, a woman.
When you're watching a scary movie and the person in the movie is like afraid of what's about to happen, that's the scariest part.
Right.
Yeah.
Your character has a weakness, and then you identify with that weakness. You're like, oh no, don't.
Yeah.
She's gonna get stabbed. No. What? This guy gonna come stab Doctor Strange?
Maybe.
Like, I wonder. Doctor Strange versus Freddy versus Jason.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's what they should make.
It says the multiverse of madness. So what if he goes into other universes and it's like, hey, I'm Freddy.
Yeah.
My name's Freddy Krueger.
Fuck, he could be.
I'm glad I got an appointment with the doctor. I've got claw hands.
I'm gonna gut you like a fish.
I'm Freddy Krueger.
That's a good Freddy.
I'm
Good
Freddy
job, Wendy.
Krueger.
They should have just called it. I think the name has too many words. I think it should have just been called like Doctor Very Strange. Or Doctor Stranger
Stranger.
Things.
Oh, that's a different multiverse.
And then it could be in the 80s.
He goes into
the upside down.
Demogorg. What's that?
Doctor
mist
Strange is
called?
gonna dress like that fucking sailor.
Ahoy.
Yeah.
Ahoy sailor.
Chips
The
Ahoy.
ice cream sailor.
We were at Comic-Con.
What the fuck was
every
that?
Fucking person was dressed up,
Dude.
like the Chips Ahoy sailor.
I didn't know what it
it's
was.
just like the.
I didn't know what it was either. I haven't seen Stranger
it's
Things
Scoops Ahoy.
3.
The Chips Ahoy. The Chips Ahoy.
Ahoy,
sailor.
mateys.
I like that name better.
I haven't seen Stranger Things season 3.
neither.
And everybody's walking around like this fucking sailor's like, what is? Did everybody join the fucking Navy in the 1930s? What is
It's
this shit?
just like.
Oh, Donald
Dude.
Duck cosplayers.
It's
Derek,
Build-A-Bear.
It's just like the
Build-A-Bear.
first season when that aired. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know any girl that wasn't 11 that year.
With
It was
the
like
Eggos, yeah.
everywhere I went, it was like, oh my god, everyone's wearing the same costume. They're all holding Eggos.
Bloody noses everywhere.
You got. This goes out to everyone. You can't all be Stranger Things.
Yeah.
We all have to talk.
Dude, remember
Stop
when
it.
everyone was Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Year before
And
that?
Yeah.
When did Stranger
the
Things
same year.
season 3 come out? I felt like it was last week.
It was a couple weeks ago.
Dude, seriously.
Where
Yeah.
did they get these
was July
fucking
4th.
perfect
Oh, okay.
costumes? Everybody had a perfect. Is somebody selling these? Did they debut the season with like, and here's your cosplay for?
I think people saw stuff from
Netflix.
it for a long time before.
Oh, okay, all right, because that shit was on point. And I was like,
Yeah.
you work fast.
Yeah.
I heard from some people the new season was better. But I just didn't. After the first one,
Thank
I was
God.
like, I'm good.
I watched-
I didn't. Yeah.
I watched the first season and I enjoyed it. And then I watched the second season, the first episode, and I thought, I don't need to do this. And I
Yeah.
just turned it off and never went back.
That's where I was too. But I heard the new one was better. But
Whenever there's every now and then I'll watch something and I'll be super into it, and then I'll switch will be flip for me, and that is, I'm
Yeah.
just done. I am just done.
is Barb back? I'm Team Barb. We don't need to worry.
We don't
about
know. Don't spoil
it.
it.
But anyway, going back to being at Comic-Con, we could talk about that a
Oh,
little bit.
Got
yeah.
lots to say.
Being there, the experience of being there. I want to say that our being at the con I had a lot of fun. It's great seeing everybody. They all came out. And I've really gone through this new kind, we talked about this, I think maybe last year. I have a new kind of appreciation for Comic-Con. It can be frustrating sometimes when you deal with just like the Hall H, pandemonium, all the celebrities were. But when you kind of turn away from that, there's a lot of stuff there that's like, oh wow, look at these independent comics, and this guy's making his own toys, and this guy. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Whatever. Of course, I did have to deal with getting a lot of exclusives, as I always do, and I did get most of the stuff I wanted. Not the Green Ranger scooter.
we won't go into that.
But none of that compares to the friendships you make, and what better friendships then being next to the team at Rooster Teeth.
So nice.
Their booth this year, they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Way out of the park.
They did. It was so far out of the park that you couldn't even see it in the building.
Over the fences.
Yeah.
Into the bay.
They kind of went the avant-garde route this year, where there was
Nothing.
a table and some chairs.
Yeah,
and it was kind of like where are no? It was they didn't.
Here's the thing: if you don't want to show up to your booth, that's fine. I get it. You have way bigger things to do, like legitimately.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. But stop getting a fucking booth because I don't want to have to explain to people where you are anymore. It's not my fucking job.
Also,
and for some reason, that's all I'm fucking doing, and it's driving me crazy.
And I just want to say thank you for inviting us to RTX.
Thank you.
Year. We really
No, I'm not.
appreciate
I actually,
it.
I wasn't bringing this up to complain about Rooster
I'm
Teeth.
not
I thought it
complaining
was
about
funny.
them, but you put this on me, and they don't even realize it. So I'm letting them know that my job at Comic-Con is talking to people. Where's Rooster Teeth this
Talking
year?
to sad
And it's
Ruby
like,
fans.
I don't
Really-
know. I don't know.
The views expressed by Sean Chatfield are not representative of the
I was just-
producers of the Mega 64
I was just kidding
podcast.
around. For the record.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm not kidding. You don't have to have a booth. That's fine. But just don't put your name on the program because people keep looking at you and going, "Well, I flew in to see their booth," and I don't know what to tell them.
That did happen. We had somebody like, I flew in from Australia. Where's Rooster Teeth?
And
it
I
was
don't
like,
have an answer, and I don't know why it's my job to. I don't know. I do not know.
Sean, it's not your job. You just took it upon yourself to be.
They come to me with this lost look in their eye, going,
Apathetic,
they said, are they supposed to be here? And I think, I don't know.
We did.
Yeah, they do.
instruct them.
They do kind of come to us like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "I don't know." They look at us like we did something.
It's always
like,
puppy
I don't
dog
know.
eyes, and I will say that we all made it a point to point them in the direction of the panel that was on Friday
Right.
night, even though it was at the same time as
And
our panel.
here's the thing,
Yeah.
we were promoting their panel because we're so fucking nice.
We said we're sorry that you feel so upset
But-
and that you hate Bernie.
I'm bummed
so
out
much,
that
but
they
go to the
didn't come
panel
because usually when Rooster Teeth is there, the line to meet them is like Hall H level, like it goes
yeah,
on
it's
And in front of our,
Online.
yeah,
and then we just get to cherry pick their fans.
I do like that.
We
Who
get to,
are-
they're a captive audience.
They're lined up in front of
Yeah.
our booth. They can't leave because then they can't meet,
Yeah.
Gus or whoever.
we got to
And-
convert them.
And,
yeah,
you know-
and we just get to blast our video at
They
them.
did have people there, and they were doing stuff. And I am super happy for how well it's going for them, legitimately. But just get rid of the booth because now I'm dealing with this shit.
You sound jealous.
You guys, Rooster Teeth, either pay Sean or get rid of the booth. That's
You know what?
Those are your
If
options.
they
Give Sean the
paid me
booth.
to break the news to the fans, now that's fine.
now we're in.
But you're not. According to my calculations, you are not. So we'll work on that.
You know what we should have done, a la the guy from Boston story. You should have made up a fake Rooster Teeth booth, like a counterfeit Rooster Teeth booth, wore a couple of red versus blue shirts, and you could have been Jeff, you could have been Gus.
You guys weren't there. You were there, Garrett.
Yeah.
But, Barbara came up and said hello.
Yeah, very nice of her to stop by.
Barbara came up and said hello, and while she was doing that, we were kind of joking, like, "Oh, you here to work the booth?" She was like, "I don't know why nobody's there right now," but
No idea.
There was a red versus blue cosplayer at their booth, like taking pictures in front of them.
Oh, no kidding.
That guy came back because he was there in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who was there in the morning. This was a girl
Okay.
dressed up as like a pink,
Okay.
A pink
Master Chief with like cat
Spartan,
ears,
yeah.
like a cat Spartan. And we were all like, okay, we don't want to blow up Barbara's spot, make her uncomfortable. So we won't call any attention to that person over there who's taking photos. And then Barbara, said hello. Hey, nice to see you. She walked away. And then right as she walked away, that Master Chief cosplayer came over to our booth and she's like, I want to ask a question about the booth next door. And I was like, before you say anything, I just want to let you know that person we were talking to, that was Bernie. And the girl went, literally, this is her face. What? And then
They
it was
are here?
Yeah, and she got so excited. She's like, "What? What did you just say? Who was that? Who was that?" I was like, "Don't worry about it. I'm just kidding. But she started freaking out
wouldn't
so
let it
bad.
go.
I started feeling bad, like, "Oh man, I just fucked with her a little bit."
Yeah.
But then she became a Mega64 fan. So
Well,
it's all
we
good.
got her. We got
Yeah,
her.
we give her a keychain. It's all good.
But yeah, so they ended up converting the spot next to us into a Crunchyroll
Billboard.
And so next to our booth, after a day or two, there was just a giant billboard with all the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure characters doing their like poses.
Hey, all right, now time for me to rant. Fucking Crunchyroll advertising JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Every fucking person comes up to our booth and asks, do you have any JoJo merchandise? We're not fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's the booth next to us. Fucking open your eyes, learn how to read.
But it was fucked up because it was two big walls that are now blocking us from the aisle.
Yeah, you kind of couldn't see us.
Couldn't see us anymore.
You buried us behind a JoJo and a Burrito ad.
We were behind a huge
And that's
wall.
because people thought, well, obviously they wouldn't bury their booth in the center. They thought we were JoJo.
Yeah, they did. They're like, so you're JoJo. Who are you at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? We're fucking not. We're Mega64.
I'll give you a Bizarre Adventure, though. Come over to my
name. House. Whoa, what?
That was something I said to one person.
Nice.
What the fuck?
Okay.
It was an old friend from high school.
I got a bunch
We're
of
gonna catch up.
exclusives from Comic-Con, too.
Yeah.
This was the first year where I was actually enjoying life. And I decided I'm not going to hate Comic-Con.
general.
I'm going to be positive this year. I'm gonna buy into Comic-Con. I'm gonna chase some exclusives. I was buying comics. Y'all saw today. I was going through my haul from Comic-Con. I got a stack of comics this big. I got some exclusive figures. I'm a figure collector now. Now there's two of us, me and Rocco, figure buds.
Whoa.
Actually,
Nice.
Rocco
I don't know about that.
hooked it up.
Oh.
Rocco gets there early every day. I come in later and I close the booth out, so I would like beg Rocco, be like, yo, can you pick this thing up for me? Can you pick this? And to his credit, my best friend Rocco was hooking me up with the deals.
He got me that John Connor from NECA.
He got me that John Connor from NECA.
Hell yeah.
Wait, no, I got the John Connor myself.
Okay.
Because he couldn't, there was a limit on how much you could get.
I couldn't
but
get more
Rocco
than
picked
two.
up Predator versus Batman for me,
Yes.
which was sweet.
Yeah. Oh, and we should say to everyone watching this, there was, I wish we could have shown it, damn it, but maybe find a picture or something. But this was a Comic-Con exclusive set of Batman versus Predator.
I have it
and
here.
yes, it contained the baseball bat that Batman chased the Predator with. That I laughed at for about 20 minutes on a past podcast. So just want to let everyone know it was
Does
included.
it have like nails in it, or is it just a regular Jose Canseco
It has the
bat?
Predator's blood on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It has glowing
blood.
green glow stick
Yeah.
juice on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I almost got a separate set just to I should just have that as decoration on the podcast, but I didn't. But anyway, yeah, so I'm sorry, did you get any other stuff? I didn't mean to.
I got the John Connor figure. I got Batman versus Predator. I got an exclusive Junk Waffle figure set by the artist Mark Bodie / Vaughn Bodie. My underground comic nerds out there will know what I'm talking about. I also got a bunch of Junk Waffle comics. I got so many underground comics. I was in hog heaven.
Yeah.
And a bunch of awesome fans out there brought by some comics that they wanted me to read. They dropped them off. Everybody came by when I wasn't there. So pretty much every day I'd show up at the booth and Sean would be like, some more people dropped off comics for you. And I was like, oh, thank you. I got Batman All-Star and some Eric Powell trades. It was an awesome Comic-Con. I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Comic-Con is big enough. The San Diego Comic-Con is big enough that it really is. If there's something, there is a lot to it that is kind of like, oh God, what is no. Like it can be very overwhelming in a lot of ways, but it's so big that I guarantee you, whatever your interest is, it's there.
Oh,
and if you zero in on that, it's a fun show.
Yeah.
You know, if you just do that,
if you
instead
commit-
of just like I said, Hall H.
If you
or
commit to
whatever.
that hunt for your niche,
Yeah.
you will find
You'll
it
find
at
it, yeah.
some booth.
But
somewhere
you know
on
what?
that
This
floor.
was the first year, actually. I've heard people talk about this for many, many years. Is the first year I experienced it. Getting exclusives is a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
And
God.
It is.
It's fucking emotionally exhausting.
Yes, it's hell.
You have to find the fucking booth, which is hard enough. You have to sort through an ocean of people. Then you got to get in a line that you're going to stand in for like an hour.
Yeah.
Only to get to the front to be told like, no, we're not selling those today. Come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow? Or you got to get a ticket or some shit.
Yeah.
It's too hard to buy shit at Comic-Con.
Yeah, but I only get mine because I show up there right at I'm there right at opening. I get there so early and I'm inside and I can get it. But what were you going to say?
That
Sean?
doesn't even work.
Well, I'm gonna say
sometimes.
is like Comic-Con itself. Like I think the people who run it are great.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, I think I can't even imagine the fucking brain power to put that shit together. Like
Yeah,
so many
they're-
thousands of people.
They know what they're doing.
But there are so many dumb rules that people are following, and I don't think the people who run it are in charge of this. I think it's like people but there are so many things that drive me fucking crazy that it's like there was a bottle of Picard wine that was sitting at the Star Trek booth, and I tried to take a picture of it for the hall open because I had a couple minutes. And it's, oh no, the pictures. Like, oh, but it's just right here and on the corner of our booth. No pictures. You don't have to do anything. No pictures until it opens. But nothing fucking changes for you, lady. Nothing changes.
Did you take the picture?
No, I didn't.
You should have just taken the picture.
I know. I should have fucking done it.
You recorded the whole video
It's
and
stuff like that.
uploaded it.
Or I'm going down the fucking escalator.
I'm texting.
And because I was up in this place talking to the exhibitor people, whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Going down the escalator and then, this is an exit only escalator. You have to go outside. It's like, oh no, I'm going back to my booth. And so I showed them my exhibitor badge. There's all this red velvet rope and there's a little gap and there's a guy standing there. I'm like, oh, I'm going back to my booth. No, you got to go outside. No, I'm going back to my booth. No, you have to go outside. This is the exit escalator. You have to go outside. Scan out and then walk around and scan back in, which makes no fucking sense. And it's not a big deal, but it's 10,000 things like that. That's just but who made this rule? There's no need for this. Let me walk through your fucking thing. I have my badge. Let me get to my booth. It's stuff like that where it wears me down and I think I'm going to die because of it. It's just...
I think
so
Sean.
much.
I want to go back to Picard, Sean.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's go back.
No, I
these
do
are
love the energy.
this is getting scary.
But do you know what I'm saying?
I feel your pain.
Someone told that guy, can't let anyone through here. But there's no need for it.
Here's the thing. That guy is too dumb and is a temporary hire, so he doesn't give a shit other than do what you're told. He can't rationalize that I should just let this exhibitor
Sean,
through.
Yes.
You're not alone because on Thursday, the local San Diego news was reporting about a man who started spontaneously assaulting random people on the street outside of Comic-Con because they wouldn't let him behind the convention center without a badge.
Okay.
And I don't know if this was a homeless guy
Right.
or just somebody who was trying to get behind the convention center, but they wouldn't let him through without a badge. So he started punching people on the street, punching the security guards,
Cosplayers.
punching Comic-Con attendees. The cops came up. Apparently he punched some police officers and he
God.
was
Dude,
severely restrained
falling
and taken
down.
to jail.
Yeah.
So
it's a breaking point.
It's
but
just
you're not alone in your frustration.
But Sean gave me that. Yeah. So the issue is exhibitors and security, they're all trying to maintain a thing, but they follow the rules to the point that it's dumb. It's no, hey, I'm an exhibitor too. Just let me through. But Sean specifically brought up that example to me.
Yeah.
About how they wanted him to exit the building and go back in. And I actually found myself in the exact same position that day. And I did not do that. I went through.
See,
they can't touch you.
And I did one thing that I want to bring it back to Rooster Teeth. I'm going to actually throw them a very big compliment because they inspired me once in a way that changed the rest of my life.
Whoa.
We both had panels at Anime Expo over a decade ago. And there was one year at Anime Expo where, again, there was a lot of miscommunication with, I think, some of the security and stuff. So there were a lot of things that were oh, but that doesn't make sense. What, And there was one year where the place to get badges for the people doing panels was in a room where you needed to have a badge to get in. So I got there and it was no, you can't get in here without a badge. And it's but that's what's in there. I'm here to get my badge. Nope, sorry. It was okay, what? This is a paradox. What?
Yeah.
And I remember hearing from Gus from Rooster Teeth, our good friend Gus at Rooster Teeth.
Wise Gus.
He got his badges, and I said, how did you get those? And he said, I went to the door, and they kept telling me I needed a badge to get into the room that had my badge. And I said, well, I guess call the police. And I kept walking through and I got them. I've said that and used that in so many situations since then. And I did it during that I had on the same day that Sean had that problem, I had the exact same problem. And they said, no, go out and go back in. I'm an exhibitor. No, go out and go back in. I guess call the police on me. And I walked past them.
Yeah.
And
they can't touch you, right?
No, that was it. They didn't do anything.
I think
Because if it's worth calling the police, they'll do it.
Genius. That's brilliant. No, they aren't police officers. They have no right to detain you, or they have no authority over you. They have these security guards posted on the corner of the street outside the convention center, and they won't let anybody within like a 3-block radius without a badge. And I was thinking like, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen, because what happens if you just say, no, I'm going, and you walk past them? Are they going to tackle you?
I
Are they going to?
I saw what happens.
What happens?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, realistically, all those jobs went out a month ago on Craigslist. Yeah. All those people were hired for the event and are just, they're getting by. They're doing what they got to do, but they're not trying that hard.
Yeah, if they lay a finger on you, that's more trouble than the Comic-Con
If
needs.
you walk fast enough and you're already out of the range where it's like, it doesn't matter, like that's a good tactic to have too.
Now they do have police officers there.
That's true. You don't want to really.
No,
we're not condoning that you should really be breaking any serious rules.
No. But I mean, when it's ridiculous.
This is also some inside baseball.
I feel
for
like the
exhibitors
high ups
too.
at Comic-Con are like friends of ours. Like they come by the
great.
booth, we talk to them, we like each other so much. It's just like these other exhibitors and these like security people that's just like, you make things so hard for no reason. And I get you're dealing
what's
with
wrong with the other exhibitors?
like the people at the fucking Star Trek booth or the like. It's
I went to the Viz booth in the morning when the hall opened, and I was like, I'm gonna get. My brother wanted this JoJo statue.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm gonna go get it for him, and I went there, and the entrance to get the exclusives, there was no one in it. No one. When the hall opened, no one rushed their booth. They were going to other stuff. Their booth was empty. Retail was wide open. So I went, okay, and the entrance is right here. And he said, stop. This is not the way in. You got to go around there. And I'm like, it's right there. Can I just buy it real fast before there's sir, you got to go there. Sir, go that way. This is not the way in, sir. Okay. And I went through the booth, and they led me through this labyrinthine snake-like path through their booth that no one was in. And I went all the way around, and I worked all the way back to where I asked if I could walk in. And I went, so I didn't need to go do all that. Sir, that was the entrance over there. I'm like, you wasted my time.
That is, but that story is the perfect.
Right? It's
that
like,
is exactly what it's like.
I understand there are rules, but I was the only one there. They didn't have to do that. No one had come.
That is, that is
1,000%. And that's what we're talking about is like when people follow the rules to the point that it's actually inefficient.
It's hard to wrangle 150,000 people.
Totally.
Yeah.
And they don't know us from
it is chaos.
Yeah.
So I'm not,
And stuff gets lost in translation. And nobody knows. I wish everybody knew who we were. I want to get to that status. I went to a small comic booth and just checking out what they had. And they were trying to sell me on stuff. And I was like looking it over. And then this tall girl with brunette hair comes up, and they're like, "Oh, it's you! There was a guy you were telling us about her. Yeah, that's her. Oh my gosh, we hear you're an Instagram influencer.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I kind of am. Oh, hold on, I got something for you." And they took every single comic they had and made a fat pile and gave it to her. Like, don't worry about it, just enjoy it. And I'm sitting there being like, I'm way more famous than that chick.
She's an influencer.
I guarantee you should give all this shit to me for free. Fame is a weird thing. Nobody fucking knew who I was. I promise you, I would have promoted that shit way more than that chick who doesn't give a fuck about comics.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. And I'm being real. I have a lot of petty moments. We all do. But I have a lot of petty moments like that at events like this where I'll be at a thing and there's a particular booth that sells figures that I buy a lot of stuff from or whatever. And I'll be there and they're recording an interview with someone and I know who they are and I see them give them all the figures. Oh, you're covering her. Well, here's this. And I'm sitting there yeah, I have 4 times the amount of followers. And, you know what I mean? I talk about that, and I'm just sitting there but you don't want to be that guy.
You can't be that guy.
I don't want to walk up and go, hey, how's it going? My following's 10 times his. Do you think I could get? It's like
no.
Do the Spike and Mike. I'm famous and she's not.
I guess
we were next to Spike and Mike Twisted Animation. If you don't know, those are guys that have been around for decades doing weird cartoon stuff.
I've been to those festivals.
They're fucking old as fuck now. One of them's dead.
He's so old.
But the other guy, I think it's Spike, just all Comic-Con sits there on a microphone and in the most lackadaisical monotone voice just says the same stuff over on repeat. Spike and Mike Animation. I'm famous and you're not. Spike and Mike. Mike would be here, but he's dead.
He says that.
Spike and Mike.
Yeah.
He just says that every 5 minutes. You hear the same thing. I was like, well, this has got to work.
Women,
you know?
more fun than leaving your husbands at home. Spike and Mike, Twisted Festival.
All right.
I had so much fun going to the Spike and Mike festivals back. Actually, I'm going
In
to elaborate
high
more on
school, I
that,
went to
but
those.
we need to plug a few things real quick. So let me do that and we'll get back to it.
Do that.
I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching. And if you like our show, why not head down to shop.mega64.com and get yourself some great stuff.
Nice.
That's right. We've got apparel and a whole lot more. Media, you name it. This last Friday, we actually restocked a couple items that have been out for a while. We got the Mega Reaper shirt, classic shirt from this past this year. That was a new item this year. It went out of stock, but now it's back. So pick up one of those, and the Neon 64 enamel pin, which is I think our best-selling like enamel pin we ever had, and it's sold out before. It's back in stock on the website now.
Nice.
So that and a whole lot more. Go to shop.mega64.com and also check out patreon.com/mega64 for a whole bunch of bonus video content, stuff like that. You support the show. We throw you some stuff too. It's always a good thing. Check both of those out. Thank you. Now, Spike and Mike. I went to their animation festivals back in the day a couple of times, and there was one that just Weird Al came to, and it was great to just be at this small little thing and have Weird Al looming nearby. Was just like, this is kind of cool. And he showed like, I want to say it was like a film print of his Jurassic Park video, the claymation. You know, remember he did that claymation video? He showed that it was part of the festival. I had a great time. Yeah. And there was like a short by the guy who did Powerpuff Girls, and it like went real like vulgar, and it was just that the whole thing was like it was fun.
That was cool back in the day. Like
Yeah.
I remember going and seeing stuff with friends of mine in high school. I went to one of them. Very Liquid Television feeling. Like it was in that era of
I
like
love that stuff.
weird underground like band cartoons.
Yeah.
But I just love their method of promotion at their booth. People walking by, Spike and Mike, we're famous. We are famous. I'm going to do that next time an influencer comes up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm famous, and she's not. So give me the
one of each,
comics.
please.
Give me the comics.
I will say, overall, I had a fantastic Comic-Con. Like,
Yeah,
I had so
me
much
too.
fun.
Me too.
That's evident by everything you said.
That's why I want to clarify. We were hanging out with Killer Pumpkins. Like, we love those guys.
Always
like,
fun.
I love Comic-Con. I do. But once you can figure out your way past the fucking bullshit, it's a great time. But man, sometimes it gets you.
So going back to exclusives again, like I'm in there real early in the morning. Like I every morning that I'm there, I will pick a different booth. Like, okay, today I'm going to head to that one. Today I'm going to focus on this one, and that's how I get a lot of them. But to your point about like it taking so long and being difficult to get exclusives, what they've been doing is they've been putting a lot of them behind this portal, this Comic-Con website portal thing, where you actually submit your name and they tell you, hey, we put it through a lottery. You can go to the Hasbro booth and pick an exclusive Thursday night. They've done that so that it eliminates a lot of the like all day waiting and things like that. And I think ultimately that's probably a positive thing, but I hate it because exhibitors can't do it. We're not allowed to put our name in. It drives me nuts.
Oh, no way.
It's like, and I think Tamashii Nations, which they make SH figure arts and honestly, a lot of that stuff I collect. And they were part of it this year. They went, we're not just going to do walk-ups. We're going to be behind this thing. And it's like, oh man, I get a lot of stuff at your booth every year, and I guess I can't now. So anyway, so I had a couple people actually pick up stuff for me. Sean has raged out of existence.
Sean was so upset about this portion.
He actually did it. He's no longer on this plane.
He just disapparated right here. I don't know
The
where
man
he
with
went.
the guy with the Posy Vibes pin on his hat. he saw it in the mirror and it canceled himself out.
Sean didn't even have to deal. We all got exclusives here. I
Yes.
think even you did, Kevin, maybe. But Sean is the one of us who didn't get squat. I mean, he went and just worked the booth, didn't spend a dime, didn't have to deal with any of the stress of getting exclusives. So I don't know what his problem is, but
no. But I want to say thank you to Craig and Andy. These were both guys who were already they got their tickets in that little lottery.
Cool.
They were already going to go get exclusive, so I actually just paid them to go get it, whatever, pick those up for me.
Craig and Andy.
So if you know some people, it works. But
I got to thank
if
you.
I didn't, oh yeah, thank you.
You went early in the morning to NECA. The one other exclusive I wanted to get wasn't even as early as I got there. It didn't matter. 3 days in a row, I got there early, and they're like, "No, we're only selling it at 2.
Yeah,
line up at 1, and then you can get it at 2.
What's the fucking logic there?
Yeah.
We're only selling it at 2?
Yeah. I will say the sweethearts over at the Loyal Subjects booth, they recognize me like on the 4th day. They're like, hey, this guy's been coming every day to try to get this King of the Hill figure. Let me write you a note. Come back at 2 and just come right to the front. Don't wait in the line. Bring me this note and I'll sell it to you.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it worked out. If you are polite, and I think you find someone who's not power tripping Comic-Con elite, like some of the people that make you run through the maze, they will, have some human decency. And, it works out sometimes.
Because I was at the Entertainment Earth booth on the last day, because one of the exclusives, I was trying to get a second one for Derek, because I had gotten all my exclusives pretty much. So on the last day, they had this, it's a prototype Darth Vader figure.
It's like rainbow Darth Vader.
Yeah, it's rainbow colored because they would make these prototypes out of like scrap plastic. So it's whatever colors they had laying around. So, I mean, they were all different. So you could get a Darth Vader that was like red, yellow, blue, green, whatever. And another one wouldn't be the same. No two were alike.
Pride Vader.
So Darth Pride.
I like.
Darth
Meg.
Vader.
Meg, you win.
I don't. What alligators have to do with this? I don't understand.
Dick Vader.
But I waited. I got so the Entertainment Earth booth. They're this big corporation, giant booth, and I waited on the last day, and they once again went through the. There were a lot of exhibitors waiting there, and they went, "Hey, not doing exhibitors. If you're an exhibitor, we're not going to get to you now. Maybe later, but not now." And there were other exhibitors just like practically not crying, but like pleading. Yo, dude, I've been here every morning. Can I please just get this Darth Vader? I just want to go home and give my kid the Darth Vader he asked for. Like, seriously, just like I've been here every day. Yeah. Look at my face. You know me,
Yeah.
And then, which the response was great. It was, oh, Darth Vader? Oh, we accidentally sold too many of those on the first day, so we don't have them anyway.
So you're fucked.
And it was like, oh, well then what are we doing here? Okay, and then we walked away.
I have
so that was kind of
one last little story. And this is right before I was told to go outside. So maybe I think back-to-back instances made me upset. But I had to get these little stickers to help people tear down. It's a whole exhibitor thing. It doesn't fucking matter. But I was upstairs, and then the guy was like, hey, while you're here, did you get your Comic-Con 50th anniversary pin? And I was like, oh, no. He's like, it's right over there. You should go get it. Like, dude, it's closing in an hour anyways. Like, go get your pin. It's kind of cool. I'm like, okay, I don't really care, but sure, what? It's right there. Okay, fine. So I go over there, and the guy was like, oh, you're an exhibitor. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, who is your name of the booth? Oh, no, it's probably Rocco. Yeah, he already got it. Okay. So you don't get one because he already got it. Okay. There's like 500 on the table right here, and it's closing in an hour. There's no way people are going to claim these things. I just can't have one. You cannot have one, and Rocco already got it. It's like, I didn't even want to be here. This guy over there just told me I should go get this. Like, I don't really fucking care, and now I'm being yelled at like I'm a fucking monster.
That was I went to the Funko booth. Funko has like taken over two halves of Comic-Con.
Oh yeah,
like one wall on this side, one wall on that side are all Funko because they're so big they just need an entire pavilion.
Well, but and don't forget, every booth in between those two ends is, I think, legally required to have at least 17,000 Funkos inside their walls.
Yeah.
There are so many fucking vinyl toys in that con.
But on one side is all like the exclusives that are big, like there's Marvel characters and DC characters, blah blah blah. But on the other side, it was not really a very big booth at all. It was actually just, hey, we made a Funko Pop of the San Diego Comic-Con mascot, just like the little toucan. And it wasn't as big of a deal, but they were selling it over on that side. And it was the same thing as you. I was like, I didn't really know about it, but then I heard they had that. And I was like, I've been going to Comic-Con since I was like 5. Like, seriously, like the late 80s, early 90s I was going to Comic-Con. Yeah. It's been part of my life forever. I was like, it'd be kind of cool to get the little toucan. You know what I mean? And man, yeah, I walked over there and the guy was like ranting about how I needed to like go get a lottery ticket a week ago and like maybe you can come back in a minute, but that's such a dumb idea because let me tell you who's going to be in front of you. It's going to be this. And it was like, I literally said out loud to him, I don't care about any of this. And it was, he gave me this look because I cut him off just halfway through his spiel. And he gave me that look like I stood him up at prom. It was just like, well, you should have been, what? No.
You took his power away. He wanted to flex his power on you.
And that's really what it is. And that's really what it is like,
Most people at Comic-Con are so meek and mild that these people who never have any authority in their life anywhere outside of Comic-Con really get off on telling you what to do.
Totally.
And if you stand up to them whatsoever, they completely like shrivel up and shut down.
And I totally understand that having that feeling because let me tell you, I've gotten a little hit of that before because I'm usually the one handling all the badges. And Comic-Con badges are so hard to get. So like people, I'll have like people who I haven't talked to in years come out to me like, hey, I haven't talked. Hey, I hope you're doing good. How's the kids? Okay, can I get a badge for this day? And I've had that over like, I don't know. I mean, that one time, you beat me in Mario Kart. You were kind of a dick. And it's like, whoa, I'm
flexing the power.
Dark side of the force,
This
dude.
is too much power. I can't. So I actually threw all our badges away, so no one could use them.
Clean.
No, but No,
I was going to say, I went to behind Comic-Con. There was a taco truck one day. I went to get tacos. There were so many people out there. I just wanted to find a place to eat my taco. And I'm walking around and I'm thinking like, maybe I'll sit on the curb here. And I'm like walking out to the curb to go see if there's like a shady spot to sit. And some Comic-Con worker just starts yelling at me, sidewalk, get on the sidewalk, please, walk on the sidewalk. And I'm like, I don't even know if he's talking to me because I'm like, I don't give a fuck what he's talking about. Sir, hey, sidewalk. He just keeps shouting sidewalk, and I just turn around and I go, shut up! And he like just totally backed down. He's just like, I fucking hear you.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
I am educated.
You're fucking annoying. Shut up. So, you just flick them and they crumble like a house of cards.
We figured out the code. Yeah. We know how to have a good time at the con.
Let's end the Comic-Con conversation with the best note possible. The best item that was at Comic-Con. Well, actually, sorry, I didn't wear my Home Improvement shirt. The second best item. Seriously, the ABC booth at Comic-Con.
What?
I went. There was an ABC booth, which actually, let me just say about that. The ABC having a booth there. I understand, like all these big media companies have a booth there, but it made me feel kind of bad. Like not bad for them. I mean, whatever, they're ABC, but it was just kind of weird because ABC, they're not kind of part of the zeitgeist right now. Like I went there and it's like, here's the thing from Lost, and I'm like, I feel like that was kind of the last time they were part of that Comic-Con conversation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of this, like I said, the nerd like zeitgeist where people were talking about it, and it's like, they don't really have anything else. I guess they do have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is part of a Marvel thing. And I guess that, and people seem to like that.
They're Disney. Disney's Marvel.
Yeah, but they didn't have any of that.
They're attached.
Yeah, so I guess in a way, but just the ABC network, it was like they ended up showing like the Goldbergs. That's like, that's a family comedy. Is that really a Comic-Con thing? Whatever. Anyway, but they did have a little store and they were selling because it was the 15th anniversary of Lost showing up at Comic-Con. They were selling Oceanic Airlines lanyards, which I love. They didn't say Lost on them or anything. It was Oceanic Airlines, and I love that. So I went there, but they also had a Comic-Con exclusive Home Improvement shirt.
Oh, that's so
Why
weird.
did that exist? But I bought the hell out of that. But anyway, it was just a very weird situation with their booth being there. But there was a nearby kind of weird little clothing booth, and they had the best item at Comic-Con. Check these out. Yeah, that's right. Godfather socks. Check them out.
Oh, we gotta see his socks. Yeah. Gotta see his
I was
socks.
worried we were gonna go a podcast without talking about your socks. It was really weighing down.
We sell
definitely not.
socks. Why are you
Definitely
plugging our socks?
Yay.
Definitely
We
not.
saw Rocco's socks, everybody.
So I just want to get that.
That
on
was at
camera.
ABC?
No, it wasn't. Why would ABC sell Godfather socks?
Hey guys, we saw Rocco's socks.
I enjoy it.
Enjoy
That's
it.
Derek's happy dance.
You know what? Fuck it. Okay.
Are we ready to end this show?
Yes.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up.
I got to pee so bad.
I want to say thanks again to our sponsor, the Yeti.com. I said this last week. I'm going to say it again. I've loved their site forever, beyond just them being a sponsor. It's a perfect sponsor because they are one of the only merchandise websites that I've bought so much stuff from. I don't patronize a lot of them.
Wait, you actually have this shirt, don't you?
Yeah, that shirt that they sent us this is like, oh yeah, maybe you could show that off. I've owned that shirt
forever.
People have asked me a million times, like,
sick.
where did you get that? That's part of, I want to say that's part of their 20XX collection.
I believe it is.
It
right?
is.
That is, yes.
That is too.
Yeah, this thing's fucking rules.
That hoodie is awesome. All the stuff they have is rad, and I've always loved them so much. So go to the Yeti.com. In fact, go to the Yeti.com/Mega64 and get 10% off some rad stuff. Those guys have been killing it. And the 20XX collection specifically is like my favorite thing that they have. And that's all on their website. So you can get some of that stuff for yourself. Check them out. The Yeti. We love those guys.
They may even have some cool socks.
Oh, wait. Don't forget, Mega64 Game Days is happening this November 9th and 10th in Anaheim, California. Be sure to get tickets. In fact, the discount Disney park tickets are going up momentarily.
Ooh.
So be sure to check out mega64.com/game days. Again, we're going to have a great time. 2-day event. We have a day mini convention thing. And then the next day we all go to California Adventure. Be sure to look into it at mega64.com/game days. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, back to